So namaskar everyone. We are now at the Equipcare in IMME. This is the last day of exhibition, and it's an innovative concept which has been developed by Mr. Sarup Agarwal and his team. So they are working on a majority of mobile servicing support system. So we can listen him through him. What sort of support and how does this idea came into your mind while they started the organization?
Well, thank you so much. Actually, firstly, I'll talk about the idea. Yeah, the idea actually came about because we are part of a bigger mining company, right? That is where we branched out of, right? So while being part of the company, we realized that there were a lot of maintenance and service hassles and hurdles and pain areas that were there. Yeah, so we first streamlined that for ourselves, and then we thought when we were facing this, right, that there's a business opportunity wherein we can actually take this to the world. Yeah, and all of the customers must be also facing this. So let's not why just restrict the solution and the specialization that we have achieved to ourselves, and why not take it to the industry? So that is where the idea came from, right? And that is how we created Equipcare in 2018, right? And since then we have started off with a couple of products and services that we have. Yeah, like we have mobile solutions like mobile service van and mobile workshop on wheel, which is pretty much the complete mobile solution that we have. And other than that, we have a facility in Durgapur for overhauling of all major components of major brands of equipments and tipping body and track chain and all kind of services. And also we are taking AMC services, AMC contracts, wherein we are providing skilled manpower, yeah, to take care of equipments in that format. Yes.
Okay, so while we discussing about the skilled manpower, right? The manpower, I think, is a major struggle for every industry, and typically into maintenance, while the people needs an experienced manpower to reduce the downtime, probably. So how do you faces the challenges, or how do you solve the challenges for the industry?
Well, it's an irony in India, wherein we are talking about unemployment, but still finding skilled manpower is a difficult task. Yeah, so that's the biggest irony of India. Yeah, so we have faced these challenges of finding the right manpower for the job. So the only way we thought was we have somebody from an organization which has been who's experienced in the industry for 30-35 years, and then he came up with this solution, and he asked us, we'll not get right quality manpower who would be stable with the organization, who will value the organization in the long run, just by appointing headhunters and getting interviews and getting them. So what we did was we started getting manpower right from the schools and colleges, mainly engineering colleges, right? Putting them under training at our workshop, at our AMC projects where we are maintaining equipments, and getting them trained, right? So that we can develop people. So hiring and getting manpower is part of it. All right, you can get office staff for that, but for the field, yeah, it will have to invest in training and development to get the manpower.
Because where the knowledge is compulsory, and any mistake can be a big hazard.
Yes, so that is why training them and is the most important part.
So how do you manage the entire team? Because you might have the multiple people with you, right?
Yes.
And managing them would also be a difficult task. While you are managing with the customer, the entire ecosystem, and you also have to discuss with the third party OEMs, right? So how do you manage the entire ecosystem?
Well, I need to first develop a team to take care of the team.
Yeah.
That is, if I think I can single-handedly run the show, I would be a fool to do that.
Absolutely.
I have developed team members under specific departments of the organization to take care of specific roles. So I am only dealing with a couple of people in the organization. Well, I am in touch with most people in the organization and doing the so where needed, I am involved at the ground level also. Yeah, but on a day-to-day operational basis, it's the team that is taking care of me, and I am handling the more bigger picture of the organization.
So that's great. So you have the entire organization setup which has been placed, and to manage the entire routine operations by you. So tell me about the majority. This is the one part wherein the maintenance came into the picture, right? The another challenge, like the manpower already we discussed. The another challenge is for the industry is spare parts, right? So how do you take care of that typical, because there are the multiple equipments, brands, and the multiple models also, and every model has a different parts requirement. So how do you support your customers to the support part of the equipment?
Well, that's a very interesting question, actually, because if I start taking spare parts from the OEMs and supporting my customers, I'll not be affordable anyway. I'm not providing the solution, right? And then getting the right spare parts from the Indian market becomes a very challenging thing, right? So then what we have done is we have had a lot of international tie-ups and scouted across the world, right, by getting spare parts from the international market, so by exploring right quality material from the best part of the world.
So you are directly sourcing for the equipment wherein the OEM is also sourcing.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
So
right.
that the cost and the timeline also can be optimized,
Yes.
and the user will get the benefit out.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So apart of this, if you can share us the any of the case study wherein your client have get the benefit in terms of the value, and how does it get their overall headache of the operation and maintenance through to be reduced.
Okay, there is something, one particular case study that we can talk about is we came up with a pit stop kind solution that you see in F1, right? I saw a movie called Ford versus Ferrari. Yeah. So from that, the idea came over pit stop type solution, right? So wherein the maintenance was being done on a very ad hoc basis, all right, and every equipment. So ideal practice was all vehicles in a mines would stop for 1 hour, and all the maintenance would have been done in that 1 hour. But it is not possible to do proper maintenance of 40 odd vehicles within 1 hour. Then it is just जो हिंदी भाषा में बोलते थूक पॉलिश वाला काम. So then the idea came out from that movie, and we started a pit stop type solution wherein we started using this mobile service van, right? So we create inside the mines, we create a pit area wherein this vehicle is stationed, then one by one throughout the day, right? So that maintenance which was being done in 1 hour now is being done in 20 hours.
Absolutely.
Right? So there is a team of 6-7 people who stand along with this vehicle. So one vehicle comes in, a complete thorough checkup of the vehicle is done, per vehicle taking around 10 to 15 minutes of time. Thorough checking is done. The bigger problems are noted down for a solution at a later stage, right? The smaller problem which can be rectified immediately are rectified immediately. So that is one solution, and that has helped our customer increase in the daily working hours and better health of the equipment and better preventive planning of the problems that comes with the equipment.
That's great. So typically you have kind of solution which is to be very high end, like the all Formula race cars are using this pit stop solution, which is now available for the normal users or the heavy equipment users. Yes. Easily. And the similar way, the as fast as the maintenance done, you are also doing the same scenario. So coming to the technology part, right? The many of the industries are now evolving a lot of technology, data analytics, and everything. Do we have any such kind of solution into this?
So all our practices and activities are everything is on SAP, right? And so everything that we do, yeah, right from an indenting of a spare part to procurement to supply to fitment to a breakdown being maintained, like you'd see in a small any four-wheeler workshop, like a job card being opened in the system, right? And every spare part being consumed is the data for that spare part is maintained, right from where it has been procured from, when it has been installed, what has been the life. So it helps us in taking decisions as to which spare part is the right quality, which practice is going wrong, where are we lagging. So there is a complete team sitting in Durgapur just doing data crunching and data analysis, yeah, and bringing the problem forward, yeah, just by looking at the data.
That's great. So typically we have everything. So we know about the equipment, we know about the processes, we know about the manpower, and we know about the maintenance. Right. So it's a very fantastic idea. And coming to the part of construction equipment, right? So similar way, the construction equipment also has the same part. So how do you work for the construction equipment companies into this?
Well, it's the same thing, equipment is the equipment, be it a mining equipment, be it a construction equipment. So construction equipment are generally smaller in sizes, mining equipment are very, very huge. Yeah. But the idea and the practice and everything is the same actually.
Yes, but construction equipment would be having the more support areas available nearby, because mining is the more far away, and construction would be in much the nearer places wherein the you will also face the competitions, right? So how do you differentiate yourself with the competition?
Well, we are not going into competition. We are talking about quality work. Yeah. So if somebody is interested in quality work, yeah, we are there. Yeah, because we try and explain the customer regarding the benefits of maybe spending a little higher cost one time, but then the benefits of the quality of work. Yeah, and we try and explain the customers that the value of an equipment downtime. Yeah, we make them realize, by maybe doing a mediocre work, yeah, and doing a more solid work and a quality work, yeah, the kind of downtime that they are able to save, yeah, and what is actually the value of that downtime, yeah, then if you add that, then we are cheaper than anybody else.
Absolutely. So the downtime adds more value into this, and whoever has faced the downtime, then only can understand the value of that. Absolutely right. So the engineering, the entire ecosystem is based on the proper analysis and the proper knowledge system, and how to will it. The there is a saying that the right product at the right time has to be there. So coming to part of the expansion and other things, as of now you are into specific location. So what
Yes.
are your future expansion plans?
That's a question, I don't have, we had no idea about that. And we just wanted to participate at IMME for the visibility that Equipcare is there. Yeah, and there is a solution available like this. But the kind of response we have received from IMME, CII IMME into 2022 this year, you know, now post tomorrow, yeah, my job's going to get really, really hard, because now meeting up the expectations and meeting the customer needs is going to be the challenge. So we don't really have a plan right now. We're already planning to set up a new workshop. We have picked up a bigger land in Durgapur for building a workshop. But I think now, seeing the response this time, everything will have to be fast tracked, and yes, so they'll have to be done.
Absolutely. So the people have more expectations from you, and definitely the clients are also, the entire ecosystem is showing you as a solution to their problem.
Yes, and also, so now we believe now everything cannot be done by ourselves, right? If we really wish to expand, we'll have to again take up small people, give them small work, non-critical jobs, yeah, with our specifications, with our quality, yeah, and get small things done from people around us, yeah, so that, excuse me, not just we grow, but they also grow, and also we are able to take more jobs.
Absolutely. So it would be the win-win situation for everyone, starting from the small the entrepreneurs who are willing to start their career, the students, right, who are zero into the knowledge, specifically only on the theoretical knowledge, while they don't have the practical knowledge. You are starting empowering them to empowering the corporates, bigger mining industry, supporting them, and existing the players who are already there into the system. We are also educating them and supporting the tools and equipments. So that's how the entire ecosystem will be benefited out of this.
Exactly. You need to take everybody around and involve everybody in the ecosystem, all right, to grow. You really cannot grow just by yourself.
So thank you very much, Mr. Sarup, for your time, and share the insights, beautiful insights of the entire mining, and being an the startup, like the supporting system for the entire construction and mining industry, which is a very painful area of any industry, and you are solving their pain, and you are also getting the good response from the entire industry. So if you can share about your views of the exhibition and review, or what have you felt throughout the last 4 days?
Well, like I said, I have been overwhelmed with the response. So if you ask me about the exhibition, I really do not know what's happened around in the exhibition. I have been so occupied with my own stall this time around, yeah, that I really do not know what is happening around in the exhibition itself. So that says a lot about the kind of response we have received and the overwhelming response that we have received. But yes, I did get some time I come in earlier in the morning before the exhibition time and just go around when there is no visitors, there is nobody there at 9 a.m. in the morning. And I've seen, and the focus what I see is about the new age solutions and new age technology. That is what I think is in the focus. IoT, new age solution. That I think that is the talk of the that is the talk of the exhibition this time around.
That's right. So everyone is moving, and in fact, the India has the better potential and opportunity. In fact, whatever we have discussed with many of the things, everyone sees the India is better in adoption of technology, faster than any other countries into development and execution.
Just to add to that, when you say that, just three letters are good enough to explain how India is willing to embrace technology in its day-to-day affair, and that's UPI.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, the fastest and the most widely used payment solution. Yeah, which nobody in the world pretty much has, right? Has like become, and in such a short time. Yeah, in India, right? You can buy a 10 rupee ka moody using a UPI. Yeah, to shop at a big mall using your UPI scan, just scanning a UPI. So that is the biggest example of explaining how India is willing to embrace technology.
So that's fantastic and very much to have you on board. And we definitely see there is a huge growth and potential for your enterprise. And definitely the entire ecosystem would be benefited of this, including the students who are willing to start up their career into the service or the maintenance industry. Not only, there are multiple more scopes are coming into the technology also. So definitely the sky is the limit for these systems, and we wish that you can also develop such kind of system for more industry as well.
Well, let us first concentrate on the mining and the construction equipment industry. That's a big scope by itself, and God willing, by doing that, if we can achieve to a much any other industry and expand to another industry, we are more than willing to do that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ji.